Hello YouTubers, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the call to Axon event. So you'll notice in your challenges you will have a couple of challenges, new challenges, and there's an event going on for the next 2 weeks called Call to Axion Kill Trogs. So this kind of suggests, if you first look at this, that you're going to have to do a lot of the pit challenges, and I don't believe that's the case. You're probably going to have to do 2 a week is my guess. And then I think somebody data mined, and then you're going to have to do some kills like super mutants and scorch and probably stuff like that, right? Bugs or easy stuff, right? So I don't think it's as tedious because yeah, a lot of I mean the pit challenge, the pit missions or quests. Are kind of tedious, right? They can be tedious. It crashes and all that nonsense, right? So there's a couple of things I want to talk about. It's up to you if you want to actually do this. If you look under your events tab, you do get this Fanatic Stalker outfit and helmet. So if you don't really care about outfits, and you don't want to go through the tedious grind, it is a bit of a grind, but I don't think it's that bad either. So you're gonna have to do these 5 dailies. So you get 5 dailies, probably gonna do five at least. So not at least, you'll get a chance to do 5 per week. Obviously you can do probably 7. It's gonna be 1 every day in terms of doing this daily, and you're gonna get probably different rewards. So I suggest, with the exception of actually doing the pit quest, it's probably going to be pretty easy to do, right? So like I said, you might not even have to necessarily do like if there's 7 and then 2 are pit, then you might even need to do any pit quest, to be honest, right? But anyway, if you guys are doing the pit quest anyway, you run them at least once a week or twice a week, then I'd go ahead and do that. Like I said, anything, it's a challenge. Unless you're really struggling, get on a team, get someone to help you, get a friend. But I would probably do it anyway, just because, it's something to do. But yeah, so you get the daily, and then of course the weekly, which is to complete 5 of them. So basically 5 dailies. You can't do them all at the same time. So it'll be, one per day for 5 days, so you've got 7 days, so you just have to do 5 out of the 7, right? And we have to do those for 2 weeks, and then once you've done that for 2 weeks, then you'll be able to get access to this outfit, right? So as you can see, there's 2 challenges, 1 per week, right? So these will tick off, right? So pretty straightforward. So those that are new to doing pit challenges, you have these expeditions or doing expeditions, I should say. You'll notice there's this icon on your map at the top here. You can just push X, in my case, because I'm on Xbox, whatever your appropriate button is on your platform. You go into the pit. You have to do 3 dailies to get enough fuel. So you do 3 dailies in the refuge, which is at White Spring. So if you go down to White Spring Resort over here, and you say fast travel, enter the refuge, and then you'll notice, or you may not notice, but check your data tab. So if we go to the data tab, on your data tab, if you go to daily, I've done mine for today, but you'll get 3 dailies that'll pop up. Pretty easy dailies to do. You'll get these the Refuge Guide, Code Blue, and Mutual Aid. And they kind of vary a little bit, but they're pretty straightforward. They're not too bad. So the one with Skippy is a little bit more work, but he allows you to mark the map, and there's a guy that'll show you where to find the stuff. So it's pretty straightforward. So those are new to expeditions. Do your 3 dailies, and then head over to your map and join an expedition team. Get a friend, whatever you can. If you have a decent build, you can pretty much do that. I'll do an expedition run just to go through that, as I want to do the actual show new players the actual how to kill trogs. But anyway, ultimately you need to do an expedition. So if you want to actually do this one, kill trogs, you have 2 expeditions you can choose from. I always find the Union one is easier for me. But you know, some people enjoy or find the Ashes to Fire is easier, and of course, Ashes to Fire you can get trucks pretty quickly. So a lot of people just load; they don't actually complete the expedition. They'll just load into Ashes to Fire, and then you can actually just go down into the tunnels, and you can find trucks straight away without actually even talking to Dainton or whatever his name is. And then you can just kill 10 trucks, right? But either one's fine. We'll run through a expedition run, and you can actually just kill the trucks. You don't even have to do the last one if you're doing it by yourself and you want help to do the last piece. Of course, if you are on a team, you may not get enough trucks to kill 10 trucks. But that being said, as soon as you come out of the foundry, I did it yesterday, and I've seen this. There's a whole bunch of trucks just outside of the foundry. So before you even set off the last piece of the quest, you can kill 10 trucks, and you can just exit the expedition and go join a public team and complete it. So you get the full amount of stamps if you are not capable of completing that last piece by yourself, right? So yeah, I would definitely do it. I think it's worthwhile doing just to get the outfit. I mean, it's a challenge. It seems like a bit of a grind, but like I said, you're probably gonna have to do two if you want to do the dailies every day. Then you're probably gonna have to do 2 expeditions a week, is my guess. And then the other 5 are gonna be in adventure and will be pretty easy. You will need the the skin for the red upper. So it's really easy. If you've done an expedition, I think they give you an auto axe, the plan to build an auto axe. So you might need to do an expedition. If you're new to this, you might have to do 1 expedition so you can get the auto axe plan. I forget how we got it. Maybe it was on the legendary run. I don't think so. I think they'll give us ability. So I'm guessing you do an expedition, you'll get it, right? I think that's the first plan they give you, or they give you 2 plans, and I forget. Someone can remind me on that. But yeah, if you're new, just build an auto axe in your crafting station, apply the red upper skin. So you just go to, once you've got an auto axe, you either can win an auto axe, maybe they actually give you one. You can make it legendary if you want. You don't need to, but if you want it, I would suggest it. Getting a vampire auto axe is probably very useful for people. So it heals your health. I'm not sure if I had a vampire or the red upper made it a vampire, I forget. I can't confirm that, but again, so if somebody can confirm if the skin actually makes it a vampire weapon, I'm guessing it wouldn't, but anyway, so apply the skin in a workbench, in a weapons workbench, and then head back into expedition, and then you could get to that last point, as I mentioned, as you come out of the foundry. So there's 3 phases in the expedition, right? You got that first little quest where you have to you know, do a quest for hex, and you know that they vary, of course, they all vary, and then you go into the foundry, you do kind of that another quest, and then finally you do the final quest, right? So you could actually just come out of the foundry, yeah, depending if you actually got the plan or not, I guess, right? Whether you actually had to complete the actual expedition, right? So you may need to do it over two days in order to do that, right? But anyway, I would recommend doing it. You know, it's an outfit. It's free. It's a challenge. You know, for those that are bored with the game, definitely do it. For those that are new, some people won't do it. There's just too much of a grind. They couldn't be bothered. That's fine. But for the rest, so there you go. I think hopefully that kind of helped you. I'm probably gonna make a couple more videos. One to where we do an actual expedition, go through that process. I'll talk about the 3 parts, and then you know, show you where I kill the trucks, and then show you we can just exit the expedition, and then we can go back in and stuff like that, right? So probably a longish video, so if you're not interested, that's fine. It's really for the new players that are unfamiliar where to kill trucks. Like I say, Ashes to Fire is probably going to be the easier one to find trucks, but I find that, anyway, for me, I haven't quite figured out the end piece. I find it's a lot harder to actually get the full amount of stamps, where I find Union Jews is easier for myself, just in general. Very familiar with getting through that quite quickly, reasonably quickly, depending on what they give you. I mean, it is still 10, 15, 20 minutes to do it. But, you know, it's pretty straightforward, I think. With the Ashes to Do, you can get lost in the tunnels. But again, straightforward. Once you've done both enough, you know, people find that Ashes to Do, you can do more solo. I haven't had too many issues with doing Union Juice solo at the end. I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag. If you get the legendary Trog at the end, the chances of one of them dying is more likely. I've run 3 expeditions recently, and it's pretty straightforward in terms of, you know, you just have to get to that Trog quickly, and once you kill him, you're fine, right? So anyway, we'll see if we can do that today in another video, and then I will show you that. Anyway, hopefully that helped somebody to get through this and get that done. And yeah, let me know if I've missed anything, and just add some comments to help everyone else. I appreciate that. Thanks very much.